dates.
Oh, dates.
Dates.
Ah, okay.
Bronya bent now. Say me mama
full packaging. Correct one. Debbie.
Ghana Talks Radio.
Obi ko date one. Also be ko time ana.
Months no
Meko year.
It was all the other year.
I think it's a personal issue.
Oh, na say we personal.
It's personal. Tom, it's personal. It's personal.
As I say, ade what to kwanya.
Why to cry?
Basic.
Video be a crowd. Have I introduced anyone to you?
Oh, but I say, what's a first? Be 1 week no, me hwe da bia o. Second first no ba wo Dexter bia wo je. Oh, na kwa pepa ne na ase. Me pepa ne na ase sana meti ase. But I say a week bi buy, no me pepa ne na ase. On pepa biom. But na say most of happen.
I don't know. See, if you're a monitoring spirit sent to monitor my life, in fact, I come against you in the blood of Jesus. And this one is to work.
Oh, but I say, what frustrating me? I say, me steady nipa. Me say, do baby, or ba no after that, no be panning now, or a panning now. I'm a tiasi. But I said, Bibi Nessie, oh, ye, Piaco toy, Bibi.
Hey, I don't know why I even met you that day. You see, I don't know. Like, you know, that I was actually greeting you. Pretend as if you didn't see me.
Oh, I met you so?
No, you didn't. You didn't.
What you care?
Like, well, in a way, I felt embarrassed because I kept raising my hand and I said, "May sure, but may sure." You get it?
What is it?
What's what time Nancy?
Few.
That they were expecting.
Me and Casano, me only but me only. Can
you see me in a jet? I don't know how you're going to feel.
Can't know a Timuno. Any day I wear Timuno.
Oh, a rock.
And I was say,
is that what you're coming to discuss today?
Maybe was a certificate. Oh, was a certificate.
Yeah, video now.
Wow, baby, know them. Wow, you. It's a Timuno.
And then you see me in a jet. I don't know what you say. I don't know what you say. Right?
Oh, quite metro bag. Don't call metro bag. Timuno. Fair story in my.
Okay. And without wasting much time, so one of the members of the NPP communication team, Benjamin Gyewu-Appiah, has boldly declared that he will pour kerosene on himself and set himself on fire if the opposing NDC party, under the leadership of John Mahama, wins the election. According to him, NDC has no chance of winning the December 7th election, and as such, he is willing to put his life on the line just for NPP. Where you die hard fan of NPP. And to DJ Champacho, why you ready about video in my
telling you this. It was live studio, Ghana phone na ebeshe. Ewa hanom. So John Mahama winning election we are.
And kase yempa ejantu mo ka hwe kamna na kase se Mahama winning.
Mahama winning. Me akasa me the petrol be gumi ho. Na maseme ho live studio. Live coverage obi abeshe. And I'm not joking with this.
So serious.
On record.
Na sa hwe kamna na kate eti for se Mahama winning election we are. Obi share abonte with me bow pra.
Dabi. Dabi. As me Owini ya na hana na metina hanu masimi hu ewu na meko.
Yes, wa anye na so bi hu abonte.
Me dia me ka se ma meye.
Minim so be but that's a
obi apon hu mi wo ba bi apon me se me hu hanu.
Obe show hu.
Me se wa hanu
last the bottle say wa anje wo hu ama tiefo e me se wa show hu.
Me se me hu.
Na se tiefo bi show abonte with me petrol show.
Unto me the kerosene be pa hanum. Abe page to muti se ni esi wo Morocco no.
Your studio had you to show.
And na him for
but opa.
But by some yard on your petemu honum live coverage. Live coverage.
But said the bear tearful be won say when you breno. Said the work can in Ukraine. Me person was to say one show who on camera am here who na say a tearful na for the be share traffic mama fans no. Obi share no who say one shewa or petrol to me fi.
I will talk me ma obi mfa bibim bomi nkumi ya. That. Nya me diga ebetum no me kumi ho ansa no ma ba be ye me sa but me me pese me kire one ne say
na say wan kasa wo say obe hye wo ho na one person obi ade ade bebo we kunya ya they are all the same thing abi and I'm about them sister dey be yankwe.
People are actually joking with their lives. I mean, like they think death is something very easy. They think that death is like adding sugar to Milo together with milk and you having breakfast in the morning. Death is not something that is actually easy. And you see, we don't understand politics in Ghana. Seriously. We do not understand politics in Ghana at all. We tend to do politics with our emotions. We do politics with like everything, the whole of us. And so you can see someone into a particular party and the person is so much into the party that no matter how bad the governance of that particular party is, the person is actually standing in so hard for the party. Why will you make such a comment that when NDC wins, you are going to set yourself on fire? Don't you have a family? Don't you have children to cater for? You are going to set yourself on fire because of NPP, right? Because of NPP. And so what if Mahama wins this election? You are going to set, and you see the most funniest aspect was when the host was asking him if in case he didn't do it himself, and then he was like, no, he doesn't want someone to do it. Like, and who told you that when you pour petrol on yourself and do you think like it's that easy? You should go ask people for victim in like fire outbreak and stuff so that they will explain how it feels like to say get yourself involved into a fire situation where let's say fire service personnel don't come in early and then part of your body gets burnt. You should go to the hospital and go and ask what people are going through there. And you are saying this because of politics. You see, we have to be very, very careful and conscious of how we communicate out there, of the kind of things that comes from our mouth. Just like some people also saying that if NDC does not win, they are going to back off or resign doing the work of God. I mean, people are just like making any pronunciation, like they just making a pronunciation just like that without thinking, without actually sitting down to verify that what you are saying, would it actually have an impact? And you see, social media that doesn't die. No matter how many years you've said this to happen, social media is still social media, and I can tell you that this he has said will be on record. And the day NDC will win and he doesn't set himself on fire, they will keep reminding him. Yes. And you see, what's funny is that he will come back to say something that will actually boycott what he is saying now. You see, we should stop doing things to find favor from other political parties. You know, you want maybe the NPP to know that yes, I'm actually a fan of NPP, not just a fan, but I want you to know that I'm so much into it. That's why we are saying maybe you don't actually benefit. You might actually be a member of the NPP team or something, the party or something, but maybe you might not get the needed or actual support, as we are saying, and you're going to set yourself on fire. And like seriously, you want to die just like that? Pour petrol on yourself? No. He can't do it. He's just saying it for fun. And I'm waiting, and I'll be waiting and still be counting. If Mahama fortunately win this year's election and this man doesn't set himself on fire, then he will have to leave this country, because the way like media houses are going to bash him, he himself will have to rethink. And you see, it's cut across to everyone. We should be very careful when you are given the opportunity to say something concerning your party or to defend your party. Be careful of what you are saying. You can actually say something that will not actually have a diverse impact, a negative impact on you. And this also goes to our politicians. You know, sometimes they come out to promise a whole lot, and then when it's time for them to be elected, they change their mind to say certain things. And you'll be sure that they will play 3 years ago what you said concerning that particular thing that you didn't do. Like, let me take Baumia for instance, when he said he has arrested the dollar and given the key to IGP. And so there is no way the dollar can rise above the cedi. Now a cedi to a dollar is how much, and then you are now diverting yourself from the economy to digitalization. And don't forget, they will keep playing all these things for you to hear because you've made such statements. But the most sad aspect is that they will come out and have something to say to cover up what they've said 3 years ago. So in short, what we are saying is that when you're given the opportunity to say something concerning a party or a current situation of this country or something, be very careful. Be very careful. One day you might be saying that somebody will come into the studio with petrol and what's the name, matches, and that's when you'll be shouting. If you know you can't do it, why should you pass out such a comment? So we have to be very, very careful, especially to the politicians. Be very, very careful of our utterances because it will definitely have a negative impact on you someday.
Okay, sure. DJ Rock.
I invite you, mother. Where Miss go to IGP. So I say, we are IGP question. Yes, because attempt to.
Attempted a
suicide.
Asema won say emrani mu no attempt to. Wonya you ba obey wonya obey.
We ni kan meda.
We say ade a wonya obey no.
Asemo.
We say dey ya ni new. Ade a wonya obey no. So aja say ya do kokota why.
They won say wan ka say bia Mahama Wins obeshi Mahama say na o kan dia ene ya wan.
O say ana won say committee suicide na we nwu ye to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they arrest you.
It's also much no. Na mko hwe na adwum de nti okasa. How can you die for a political party?
Mko hwe na adwum asika na wo se.
Kwame Nkrumah mpokra na obeji Ghana. Wanku ni hu ama Ghana. No e obo no momo ye de ama Ghana na Ghana ye de aye Ghana. So what I say, you given opportunity to come to a FM station. Now because say or if you say what say evidence in Tina guy or we play or ya no mana kasa bi mu no. Or more record sa part on the better to conversation about have you studio ni na ye ntwani now that conversation no ye better to say Mahama Wins won say Ghana na dey be America no you don't understand politics. You can't politics at home. You don't understand. Mahama nankasa momo America say NPP win ma be she me ho na say me ba be isi asofo bi say say president we here win obegu asole no ebi se obeshi na asole bebele kind of mo asofo na mu ebi gboha so ati ase ebi gboha so ati ase so agrada so be kan ne de o se this year we ayin na ewi ni ba omian na ewi ni owusu be mba se Mahama na ewi ni nyankopon na ahye sankom ma mutu we na we confusion god o se hwehwe because na me de enim se o kan se me bam so ati ase etinyame timi nka se mo nkire nipa ba ko no san kode na enda ne na no so ati ase eti no the guy na kan o kan no on san ma back no me ka se on o kan no kan di agoro because enfa won say ye be hwe na chidi kwa kwahye no a promise na wo promise ho no o se enso o kan wo mu o se enso no so obeye so ati ase eti aye bida aye bida eti no yenim do beti na ye ti hwe
aye bida
aye bida o ye de o NPP de
NPP ni
aye bida NPP fan ni pa chaw asem na kan ni ka so oboa enkechi aka be 1 week
oboa say
oh
sanko for ye
sem na me kan me sa oboa untimi nchemi eti na ka be 1 week na beto aba ti sa ko FM station wonum
na say me ntwa wono I'm say Ghana bebo na presenter bisa ka say Ghana lose say Ghana we no beyi lichi santo I'm say either say so Ghana lose you so mu win here oyi ye
timude ebefu
any easy
anyway you have to go according to your will until we are waiting for me when this ni pay
what say we truth there one kasa man no there so what you say me I will never fight for any political parties so what you say obia on the choice of political party who to wait on the 7th winning party abakwatwa mano debit we onim party abakwatwa mano me amitiwe me nim party me de makwatwa mano me se me kwatwa ma party bia na no nkire se bia me do party na say eh choices so what you say ana makwatwa mano this year we say next year wan asesa like wa nye de ye pa me start to atia no eti Ghana politics Ghana party enye obi ente se ahinie so what you say ente se gamanche otumfo na na say tutu ente se ekwapem hini akonya enya akonya Ghana akonya na enye yenka ne se royalty o se den enye obi ade enye busuani bi ade obi a betimi adibi so what you say so you can't die for Ghana politics
it's not a joke. What he said is an expensive.
And I'm saying, I give you now, Miss Corner, because as some more can you, as some more can. I'm penny for no crowd. I'm penny for no poker no more preco and puno. Or mother, I'm more carry. Now I all tinge.
An expensive statement. You see, that's why they don't take us serious. And they won't take us serious.
Or imagine that. One says, I know my women, Nana. No, this kind of casa where fear and panic because or making sure say obey baby 9PP win. So what I say, and I send the party a baby. So what I say, aha, San no be say me now think is threatening or threatening.
Oh yeah.
I was here channel. So what though I am alive.
He's threatening his own life.
I am alive. And I didn't think me life me say me kumu me ya bebe chemi. Bonnie. So I say, I didn't know what I can. I was up IGP Ghana police for her no more na dream. Africa and Kwana, no queue comes a chamuka. Africa and Kwana, ye bedu a battle so Kwa, and in him say Entokabisi. And in him said Tokabisi. Election ain't me for Tokwamo. And a peaceful election, never peaceful election to prevent in Tokwano. Go and vote. E kwan na afa asuko koto aba safa easy flow easy won crofo why there why lecture mo so mo mekan aba no nka ho bi kotra TV na no bi ka say me say abato ye betu ebenya kran ka akoto go duru fie kran ka so bi an because na me bo video me na mo bo video say papa ne say movie am mfa konya ono ba kotena ho ono ka say for konya no wani na CCTV oba kotena ho. What the guy is saying, Monfrey na munkoche no, Trimude mesuma munkoche no list Debbie, munkoche no na mo go pantai see I am go finity because hey onim the way jatia o. Uncle be so mo aseko incident.
Oh share the crana e hit found ho kakra.
Me say
yeah.
Onim the way jatia, uncle circle or mo konya.
He's joking.
Joking. Ya be se no. So that's why
the host was asking him if in case he didn't do it himself. Yes, he was like no. He said no, so he don't want to die a painful death.
But
I don't see any death to be small. We don't have small death and big death.
All die. So come be all now we but a crown be first for pain now be for any problem. So what you say?
Or die.
Oh yeah.
But you don't even at that kind of your friendly peaceful day.
You don't know what happened.
Yes.
It's on there so one shouldn't want me there.
We didn't who na mention. And also so question na ya.
It's IGP when I miss one. Oh dear. Oh man pay mum there na about to visit 2024 about to me about to aye. Thursday boy ye president for anya hu say. Say na no mo yenim constitution yenim kabi ma min kabi ani yes anyoma we.
The constitution itself is not a constitution enough.
Chimude time house ye asunti yanko na story ni hu de eko. I pick you.
Okay, so our next story, Kumewood actress Kyeiwaa has advised Ghanaian youth to prioritize education, sharing her personal struggles with communication and social integration in the US due to her limited educational background. I said school dear, yeah, and video number.
Pose se me ba focus school fama me sro hweso ne ko men ka se won ko school na nye ne na abehu wan ko school be drum baby no on si e kabro ne ye se ko school a wo se me nko ko school ya wo se me nko won koi enye ne na abehu no e be drum ne bi no a wo be tu kwai no afei this aye drama wo maame atete ni mawuram woton meko woton nyaado woton toast se me ba focus school fama me mesro hweso ne ko men kasa wo nko school o na nyenne na abehu wo nko school be drum grebi no on see e kabro fetire me mente saa na abe at the same time obi aye na no ho nko school this ahu bi pe no me akua tachi tujaku Kyeiwaa mehu bi na meka nene ya yase kosuku a woseme nko kosuku ya woseme nko
DJ Rock
I imagine with it asama Kyeiwaa kai o obi bi say agro school what dey also nko school kra na hu de way yesifa read so what I say any the way abesifa dey express yourself. Yes, so what you say aha any school enye say bro for obo no kaka bro for gede but otimi ntro but how to express yourself no so what say that be come bro for na matiase so what I say even post or come bro for na mitimi nka bimpo na meti de o kana ase na say obitimi like me kasa no me ka na say dia wo China for say ya sometimes omo ba ha na yes omo fa brofo nya hwe omo fa brofo nya hwe China for mo cheda ntu kwan sa open country mutu kwan pa continent mutu kwan pa Africa ne pe kwan tu pa yen so na educational system na enye papa na yen fa education yenye de enye like ye hu the benefit of obo baka na school kra na den na ba kwaye yen ka say additional kokosua no na ye den ha adwin no how a bit said the Kyeiwaa can how do baby a basic Friday I express so what I say who do baby a ubetimi e ma paper obefe betimi a fail and any education who dey sunsu ampa say imagine say Kyeiwaa nkote brofo pa ankoye actress ya akaba this time cry even Nollywood kwako art movie o so what I say because of what is a Kumaru actors ni na enkrofo mebre de entia alimit omo ye brofo education so what I say ubenya sikeni na on brofo even book ye can say our boxer our legend boxer Azuma Nelson no ni hwe yeah but okwa international ko boxing no who say no brofo hunya school hunya oba oko school ene Azuma kan brofo ba keche we lego so what I say there is no I won't say time emre homo bia so omu ye nko ade emre homo me two is here say me timi kan brofo crowd to the sense of the bruni kakra na they be to twa me ho a obi be kan meti die
when you
me go school na ehia me because expression say obroni no obi kasa na obeti mo an or two uduru ba bia wonyela so that we dey won sua kasa bia brofo die anasa adusia yo adusia ye me brefi say bia o kwakwaji degree na da de na ya adusia no dabi even ultimate do JHS crampo now fan it say the word poly fan is serious because to didn't I they are basified the espresso so what I say they will basified the espresso say they be we yeah oba sisakasa na ko brofo yeah so mentias ya ka make na me wi message ah no say dey so what I say message bisan so say dey but meti the work kan intino me ha me hu misa no obo on ma o obo on ma ote ba wontimi nka ye was ankrofo no so what I say ns no obi an na educational level baby obi akọ school so what I say but school need die Kyeiwaa kan die hu hia papa metima ka say education hu hia even Jesus Christ kraba assassins kraba ye teacher or chla ade which means education we dey hu hia we don nya hwe kra na we dey afutu amede ma last years na American afutu amede ma youth for na say akwala wo siso na se me pa cha ko school a one hunu atworo say obetima atworo odi hu da obehu de hu esa obehu es o petty ones video obehu so I say o bro for so beti kakra aha o bro for beti kakra so I say na papa na so e obehye ne ho no one day wa metwe na no na nsan ya wa metwe ansan ya ye o twen
no de bewo
so wa metwe na no na nsan ya ye o ye twen because Ghana de wa kan asem no social media we na da bi kan no social media ntwam And be our visa near your master about on way to from my mutin. But natural say be why any visa ready? And then the passport ready to be your free star station and to coin. That be maybe to wait matter. Time in I or dear. Time in
59.
59.
Where we? It's short time. 11:59. Where we? We have a bonus.
I don't understand why of late people. Let me go. You see, education is very important. It broadens your scope of knowledge, and aside that, it improves your critical, thinking. Correct. You see, those times when you're going to school, like I remember one day my dad chased me with a cane. That was primary also. You know, when you're going to school, you feel like
how?
Yeah, they are disturbing you. You feel like home is so interesting, especially when there is television, there is enough drink in the fridge and biscuit to be taken, and you know that you don't pay bill, you don't pay anything. You feel like no, you are there, and so, during those times you feel like that's how you remain. You won't grow. But see, we are all grown up now, so education is very, very important. Aside that, it boosts your confidence. You know, when you're educated, you know. When someone asks you a question, you know what to say. You know the right things to say at the right time. You know how to arrange. Even before you open your mouth, you've already arranged how you are going to speak in your mind. And so as you are talking or communicating to the person, everything is in alignment, in order, just like that. If you're not educated, like it becomes a barrier. Job opportunities. A lot of people who are not really educated cannot are denied employment into certain sectors or into high authorities. Just imagine people with high authorities in this country. When you go to read about the biography of the person, you know that the person has a degree, diploma, degree, PhD, masters, like stuff, just like that. Sometimes it's not only about the certificates, like I said, but then it broadens your thinking ability. Like you are no more ignorant about certain things. You know, things you used to be so ignorant about when you're educated, it broadens your mind. You get to know that no. How I used to think it isn't like that, and so it actually push you out of your timidity, like how you were being timid, you don't want to do it, like you feel some way. You know, when you go to school like that, there are a lot of platforms to express yourself. Sometimes like competitions and those stuff, and you engage yourself in those kind of things, like it makes you bring out the best in you and a whole lot. And so what she's saying, she's actually right. Education is very, very, very important. And let me say, the whole world, one language that is common to the whole world is English. It's English. Aside the local language, like every country has its own local language, but English is one of the language that is it cuts across all the continents. And so when you go to, I know some Chinese people are not so much good in English, but when they come here, they try to speak. Sometimes when the person is speaking, it doesn't make sense, but then you get to understand what the person is saying. At least the person can communicate to you. So when you're being educated and then you get a chance to travel out there, you don't find it difficult, but then you get to learn a bit of what they are taught to adapt to yours. Sometimes, you know, those in those areas, like when they speak the English, is different from, it's the same thing, but it's different. Like there are ways of pronunciation, and how we pronounce ours here is a bit different. So yes, so when you listen to them, you will know how they pronounce. You say we eat a lot of banku, don't say that. So their pronunciation is different. So education is, I won't lie to you, education is very, 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 very important. There is no, see, when I was in school, there was a colleague of mine who, like, when we were in level 200, her mom was in level 100 in the same school with us. So you see, we have matured classes for people as well. And I've seen a video where in the Ashanti region somewhere, an old woman, when this free SHS came, she went to school. 60 years. No, this another person, 35 years. or 40 years, I think 40 years or so. They were interviewing her. She was like, those time financial crisis and stuff, so she wasn't able to go to school. And she has 6 children. They are in school, but she told her husband she would go. Her husband thought she was actually joking, but by the time the husband will realize, she has sold her uniform and she's now in senior high school. You see, so sometimes the determination also counts, and then we plead with like parents. I mean, motivate your children. You know, upcoming youth, because of social media, most of them do not want to go to school again. They want to like just live their lives and stuff. But see, as she said, you are not going to feel the pain today. You're not going to feel the negative impact today. It is tomorrow, but maybe as at that time it will become too late. You know, I can tell you that people, old women or men, sometimes feel to be in school, but it's because they are so afraid of like being discriminated or stuff. So you said, so education, as we all are saying, in simple and short, is that it's very, very important. And so to the youth out there, just take your education so seriously, because when you make it, trust me, you are going to enjoy. You are not going to enjoy alone. Your family is going to enjoy it. Anyone, like everyone around you, is going to enjoy as well. You are not going to face any financial crisis, because you will be an asset and not a liability. Thank you.
Yo, NPP fan, Unimadia Panko, Uncle Casa. Hey, what time, Maso? All right, that was Trimodel and also Sister Debbie. Any did you made near the Abraham? I had did you made in ABC. Exactly 12 o'clock. We are going for the midday news at Ghana Talks Radio. Right after the news, DJ Rock, I'm still with you from 12 to 2 o'clock p.m. DJ Cham, thank you, and also can I say Fikozi, my producers are more the more time, but I made near the Abraham. Sick and stay tuned, my listeners, and listen in stereo. Hannah made them come bye bye. Bye bye.